So let's take voicing first. And I'm going to say something very controversial, which is that boys and girls are different. Their educational needs are different and their vocal needs are different. And so I strongly advocate for tenor bass and soprano alto choirs because, of course, there is just too much research that shows that the educational and emotional needs are different. But then, of course, we should also, as professionals, all know in vocal area that their vocal needs are different. So when we get tenors and basses, if we're talking about eighth graders, ninth graders, etc., when that voice is starting to change, they just don't want to sing in front of the girls. And of course, there are exceptions out there. And if you've got a program where your changing voice guys sing freely and openly and with vigor in front of the girls and their voices crack and all those things happen, and it all happens in the same room, then more power to you. I would love to find out how you do that. I just know that that's not super typical of the way that the guys that age feel and respond. So what we do is when they get to ninth grade, I wish it was before, but our school district won't let us do it, is when they get to ninth grade, we separate them out into tenor bass group, beginner tenor bass, and beginner soprano alto. So the voicing then, that creates an environment where the voicing process can be different for both classes because they're different processes. They're different vocal functions. Now, I will say that the process that I do now, if I were to retire and go somewhere else, which a lot of teachers do, and go teach somewhere else in a place that I didn't have beginning tenor bass separate and beginning soprano alto, I would still voice them differently. And I would explain to everybody, like, oh, it's not fair. Okay, so why are we all doing something different? And the reason would be because equity. The reason would be because we give an education things to the people based on what they need, not to make them all the same. Okay. So that would be my argument.